Okay, our first lead generation tool, if you scroll down to the bottom of your dashboard, is Domain Leads, which allows you to access the publicly available Whois registry for everyone who has registered a brand new domain. So if I click on that, it will call up this panel where I can scroll to the top and specify a name for a brand new list here in the platform that we're going to populate with these leads. So let's call it Domain Leads 96. Oops, that's not 6. This is the day that I am recording right now. You can also filter by the country, zip code, and even state. And you have to choose a single day, be it the 6th of September 2019, or I could browse via the calendar and choose a different day. I'm going to choose all the ones that were registered today. Domain keyword is if you wanted to include all of the domains that include the word, the phrase, the text, supplies. So that would register, for instance, petsupplies.com or telephone-supplies.info. Both of those would show up in this search, but I'm going to leave it blank for maximum results. Likewise, when you select a domain extension, you can grab one or more of these. If you just want the .coms, for instance, you could unselect these guys. I'm going to select all, again, for maximum results. You can then choose the type of numbers you want. You can grab just domain name registrants who gave their cell phone number. And if you only want those, you can leave that checked. I'm going to put both cell phone and landline, again, so I can get the maximum number of results. I'm going to temporarily skip this field. I'll explain that at the end. But domain count is where you can specify the minimum or maximum number of other domains that this same contact has also registered. So for instance, if you're looking for the type of customer who is a small mom and pop owner of a shop who has only 1 or 2 domain names, then you might want to select somebody who has fewer than, 3 domains. So if they've only got 2 domains to their name, then you would get them. On the other hand, if you want someone who is a bigger player, multiple domain holder, who has all kinds of domains, perhaps you want someone who has greater than a number. This is just a filter you can use, or leave completely blank, which is what I'm going to do for maximum results here. The next one, leads unlocked, that simply means the number of times that that particular contact, that lead, has been unlocked within our platform by other users. So in other words, you could look at it as a how fresh that person is. If they've never been contacted by somebody else, then perhaps you want someone who has been unlocked fewer than 1 time. That would be someone who has never been added to anybody else's database, and so you'd be getting first crack at them, perhaps. But if you want to get maximum results, and it doesn't matter to you how often that person has been added to someone's contacts, then you can just leave that blank. And so now that I've explained these 2 fields, it probably makes sense that the sort filter will take your leads once they've been imported into the system. It will allow you to sort them by any of these different methods, the number of times that they've been unlocked, straight up from your freshest folks to the maximum number of times they've been unlocked, or the reverse. Again, the number of domains that lead owns, from the minimum to the maximum, and reverse. So that one is just how they're sorted here in the software. And then this final checkbox could be a time saver for you. So if I knew that everybody that I'm importing into this brand new list that I'm creating, I want them to automatically get added to one of my existing campaigns, I can check that box and then choose from any of my campaigns that I've previously created. And this one has just a single campaign that I've made called New Lead Follow-Up. And I could check that, and I could see that this campaign is open for business 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So no matter what time this lead registers a brand new domain name, as soon as I import them into the software, I'll automatically start sending them my campaign. But I'll uncheck that for purposes of this demo. And you can review what you've sent here. And as I hit search, the software will create a new list in my lists, and it will begin populating it with people from the publicly accessible domain registration Whois database according to my criteria, and start filling them out. So if I hit take me there, sometimes it can take a little while for these names to start populating. So unsurprisingly, I haven't got any records right now. But as that works and continues to download some folks, I'll show you another tool, another one of the same softwares that we create, called DomainLeads.io, which is the tool we're using actually for this feature. And this is a fully featured interface to the same thing, which will give you much more options. If I click into my dashboard, you can see that you can select newly registered domains from an entire date range. So instead of choosing folks from a single date on the calendar, I could choose January 1st of the year, June 1st of the year, straight on through till, I don't know, yesterday, an entire date range. Again, you can put keywords that must appear within the domain name, such as, what did I use? Supplies. And there's a longer list of top-level domains. So you can choose any or all of these long, .edu, .onion. Okay, sure. I only want the supplies.onion folks. But you can see how powerful this tool is. Location, geographic filters, and when you search, it will create for you a file that you can download, and it's in the same format that we use over here. So you can use that other tool, DomainLeads.io, to create a long list, save that file, and then you can import it straight here into the tool as well. So I'll refresh. I don't know if any names have populated yet. Okay, so I can see my list is starting to populate, and you can see that names are starting to appear from the criteria that we searched, and our platform will grab the person's name, the website that they registered, carnivore.supplies, that's awesome, the phone number, and the email address of those users. And now you can go ahead and start contacting them.